How the fuck are ya? Now, if you're watching this, I can safely assume that you're subscribed to my main channel, because this is a secondary channel. I can also safely assume that you're aware of, even if you haven't watched it yet, that I just published a review, about 24 hours ago actually, of a Sony camcorder, let's see if I can remember the code off the top of my head, HDR-CX700V. I hate those code names for the equipment. Anyway, at the end of that review I said, you know what, I was impressed so much by the review unit that I was testing with, and I got the review unit, and I was only supposed to have it for like 10 days, and then it was 2 weeks, and then I wound up keeping it for an entire month. And then Sony had to email me, hey, are you done with that camera yet? Can we have it back? Can we send a courier? Because, yeah. So, yeah. And at the end of the review I said, I was impressed so much with the review unit, I'm going to buy one for myself. And I do want to make it kind of clear here that I'm not, that wasn't a line. Quite often you go into electronic stores and you hear salesmen go, that's the same one I own at home. More often than not, they're full of shit. When I worked as a sales guy for electronics, I said that only when I actually owned the guy, but I knew other people in the store who would say that just to try and make the sale. Yeah, that's good enough for me, it's good enough for you, fucker. Now just buy a cunt so I can move on and make some money. But, you know, but I put my money where my mouth is, and my mouth where my money is. I went and bought my own. This is a fresh little box. I don't know if you can tell there, but you know, there's no creases on that little tab or anything. I haven't even opened the box yet. I've just come back from the store with it. You know, a brand new unit that's mine. Paid my cold hard cash for. I put my money where my mouth where my money is. Just thinking about that. My money is usually kept in my wallet, which is in my back pocket most of the time. So putting my mouth where my money is would be kissing my own ass. But nevertheless, so here's an opportunity to actually do an unboxing, which I don't normally do, and you know, considering that I've already published a review of this particular camera, and I said it's good enough for me to buy and own, and I want to buy an owned one, and now I've shown you I bought an owned one. It seems kind of pointless to do an unboxing, but some people like them for some reason. I always think they're stupid. So we got all the paperwork there, and filming and more paperwork and more paperwork. These manuals and get started guides and software, which, you know, I don't think I've ever installed any software that's ever come from any camera anywhere, unless the camera was using some stupid non-standard thing to connect to the computer and you had to use specific software to get the pictures off it or anything. But you know, the software that comes with cameras is normally, well, it's normally okay to, well, crappy to okay, but it's never brilliant. That's all Windows stuff anyway, and I use a Mac, so. But you know, I prefer the software I've already got installed, the good software, the stuff I paid for. Manual, get started guide, all that sort of boring crap. But there you go. Untouched, fresh from the store. Look, it's even still got the tags on it for when they display them in store on the shelf. And a little twangy bit there stuck to the corner of the screen. See? Gunk. So that's why I hate doing these things. And see, now I have to go and find a pair of scissors to chop that off. Or see, it was easier when I smoked because you could just use a lighter and psst, get those things. But now I don't think I've got a working lighter in the house anywhere because I quit smoking quite some time ago. Yeah, well, it's fun scissors first, but yeah. I did record some of this footage for the review, by the way, showing the cables and stuff you get with it, but you know, it's kind of boring in a review, and you can kind of assume you get cables with a camera when you buy one anyway. So it's the AV cables, composite cables, remote control, which I didn't mention in the review either, but you know, that's because I hardly ever use remote controls for cameras. It's you know, they're handy sometimes, but I'd rather have it than not have it. And extension cable for the USB cable that's built into the camera. I showed you that in the review, right in the handle there, just in case, you know, your computer's a bit awkward or using big desktop machines still that's got USB plugs around the back for some reason, some ancient piece of crap, which I don't know why you'd be editing high-def video on that thing anyway. Get rid of that. See, I love buying my own stuff because when I get review gear in, I have to unpack it really carefully and then repack it really carefully so it all packs away properly, and I don't have to, you know, I can't throw any plastic bags away because they want to get it back in the same condition I left it in. But when I buy my own stuff, I can just get rid of this stuff. I can throw it away. I don't have to have it sitting underfoot for, you know, a couple of weeks. Here's the lens hood. I kind of like the lens hood. Not only does it help, geez, I've cut back on glare and stuff like that because it's a very wide angle lens, but it kind of makes it look a little more professional somehow. I think it makes it a little more serious, because you only see the serious cameras with big lens hoods on them, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whee! Plug pack, and plug for charging and everything, and the battery. Now I also bought the big battery. This is the standard battery it gets with it, and like I said in the review, it's the you'll get about 2.5 hours out of it. But I'm not really happy with that, because the reason I bought this camera is for gunning documentary shoots, shooting sort of conventions and stuff. When I go, I'm going to take it to DragonCon, and I don't want to have 3 or 4 of these tiny little batteries and switching them out every couple of hours. So I bought the big battery, and this battery on this camera will keep it going for 8 to 9 hours on a single charge. Brilliant. 8.5 hours on one charge, one battery, and I got 2 in spare. So that's 10 hours worth of recording on that. If I ever need to take more than 10 hours of footage at any one time, I'll be too tired to do it anyway. So this will get me through any work day I ever have. Brilliant. Look at the size of that thing, by the way. That's the little battery, the big battery. Oh, oh, oh. Anyway, enough retardation. So that's my proof that I am not just dribbling shit when I tell you guys that, hey, I like this so much that I want to buy one, because I did buy one. I went out and bought one. I liked it that much, and as I said in the review, it's got a few design issues that I'm not 100% happy with. Could be better, but given the performance of the damn thing, it's a no-brainer. It's going to be brilliant for that run-and-gun documentary style shooting. So there you go. Proof positive that I'm not full of shit. Sometimes.